been whispers of a thief. He's got our commoners looking up, seeing hope.
I've never seen anything like you. You stare death in the face. That's why I chose you.
You're not curious? Who's under the hood?
Okay, guys, thanks for the chance. Congratulations for the movie.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed the movie. It's very original and very funny. So, what do you like about the script of this new version of Robin Hood?
I think it just felt like it had enough in it to make it recognisable as the Robin Hood story and the Robin Hood legend, but enough also in it to make it very new and very different and for it to have a new tone. And then when you couple that with the way that Otto pitched it, you know, that it would have this very fast-paced, high-octane kind of style to it, particularly, you know, with the action sequences. To me, it just felt like something that could work and that people would like. You know, it's a superhero movie, essentially.
Yeah. And for you as filmmaker, what is the most complicated part from working with an iconic character like Robin Hood?
Yeah, it's I mean, you know, some of the set pieces. I mean, you've seen the film. You know, some of the set pieces are pretty enormous, and when you're dealing with kind of animals and all, you know, and all the moving parts, and because we wanted the film to feel kind of very, very sort of visceral and real. A lot of the actors are doing the stunts themselves, so so that stuff was pretty complicated. But then there was, I think, on a sort of more storytelling point of view, there's a lot we wanted to get into the movie. You know, you want to get the love story in, you want to get the buddy movie in, you want to get the kind of the political and the religious stuff in there as well. And that was tricky, so working out how, you know, trying to squeeze all of that into a fun, entertaining, you know, popcorn movie.
The relationship of Will with Marian and Robin is very different
Yes.
to other versions. What can you say about this triangle?
Well, it's sort of ever changing, you know, and that was a thing that I was really excited by when I first got sent it, that love triangle aspect of it, and you know, without giving too much away, I mean that ultimately that triangle becomes the sort of making or breaking, whatever way you want to look at it, of Will's character, and when you see him when we first meet him at the start, his relationship with Marian at the beginning to where he is at the end, I mean, it's literally just come, you know, totally 180. So it's that aspect of it, and having that sort of anger in there, and that angst and that conflict was the thing that drew me to it.
In your career, you have many villains, and all are different. What is the best thing about make this kind of character the bad guy of the film?
I've always thought it was a compliment. When I grew up, you know, in the older style kind of classical Hollywood villain was usually an English actor of some import, you know, they were an important actor or they were someone very entertaining and a sort of a specialist in it, and they had qualities which people love to watch them being bad. So I've always taken it as a compliment, and I've always felt that that old idea about the value of the villain can kind of make everything else lift if it's strong enough.
Yeah, and your John is very different at the classic Little John. He's a warrior. What can you say about his personality, and what was your inspiration for making it?
Well, I think that's what drew all of us to it, is the different take on the characters. And I think that connection between, you know, Robin Hood and Little John was weighted in something sort of real. I think that's what drew me to it, and the fact that it was going to be shot different. You know, when you look at him and bragging on him a bit when he does his stunts, you know, and the way he, you know, the way he championed it, you know, he's doing these things and really makes it exciting. I think that's what makes it worth doing, you know, because like I said, you've seen the story a few times, but to be able to do it this way, I thought it was very exciting.